Oh, they say thousands of people are stopping to pay bills due to what's going on right now. I guess we all better get prepared. What is about to happen? Let's just take a look into it real quick. Another video by Homestead Journey. Wow.
Stop paying the bills you don't have to. That's right. You officially have permission.
I'm not paying no more bills.
This country tries to control us with fear and fear of debt. Treat it like it doesn't exist. I'm telling you right now, do not pay. What can they do?
I stopped paying my bills and stopped giving a shit about my credit score that I had been working years and years and years to fix.
Well, do you understand what this will do to your credit? Have you seen my credit? Do you think that I care?
For decades, we've been told to pay your bills on time and maintain a good credit score.
That's
and
true.
many people have been doing that because we want to maintain a perfect profile. But
Right.
more and more, I'm seeing a growing trend of people saying, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. And I don't even care about my credit score because of the cost of living.
Don't pay.
Do you think that that is the ultimate I give up white flag move? Like, I'm just going to stop paying bills. All right. I got to pay the car note. They're going to come get it. Right. Got to pay the house or got to get evicted. But that other stuff, credit card bills, just go ahead and spend it. We're not paying those bills. What's wrong with these people? We're not doing that. Let's go ahead and keep watching.
Your credit card off. What if we all collectively decided we are going to max out our credit cards and not pay it off? Like if we got a group of say like 100,000 people to max out their credit cards and then not pay it off, what are they going to do? And say we got more people to do that. All those credit card companies, they're going to go completely bankrupt. What's going to happen to the American dollar? It's not even real. The American dollar does not exist. Like there's not a certain amount of money that we have that's connected to the gold, to how much gold we have. That is completely screwed up. That does not exist anymore. We literally are just making more and more debt. Like, did you know the money that you have in the bank? They don't actually have that money sitting there. It's just a number. They don't actually have everyone's money sitting in the bank. It's literally just a number. Money is just a number. Money is not real. Something is going to need to happen because the system is collapsing. Everyone's bills are going way too high, rent's way too high, and people can't find jobs. Their jobs aren't paying enough. We need to do something. We need to come together and make a change.
I posted a video about fighting an old credit card debt because they're trying to sue me and garnish my wages, and I have a lot of people in my comments telling me I should pay my bills. No. Unless it's an immediate monthly bill that could get something cut off in my house, it is not considered a necessity to me. I don't care if I rack up the debt myself. If I can't pay it and I don't pay it, you gotta fight me for it. There is no moral compass when it comes to these companies for me. I don't give a
At this point, man, it's either I got to pay these bills to survive. Like, you want me to pay this credit card bill or pay to put groceries on the table for me and my kids? What do you think most parents are going to do? What most people are going to do in that situation? They're just going to say, hell with them credit card bills.
Yeah, medical debt. If I go to the emergency room and I get 5 bills from 5 different departments, none of them are getting paid. There was also a lot of people very concerned about my credit score. You guys are more concerned about it than me. I don't care about my credit score. A lot of people move through life without actually ever using their credit score. I'm one of those people. I don't let their scare tactics scare me. The debts get passed from company to company to company to company, and by the time it gets to company number 5, they paid like $2 for my $900 debt. They're not getting that money. End of story.
So I'm just trying to understand why people are still paying bills when a lot of y'all can't even afford to feed y'all families. I mean, it's crystal clear that the government don't care about y'all. Never have. And we can't forget that they're trying to replace our jobs with robots. So it's like, through all of this sabotage that they keep throwing at us, we still paying them. Like, it's just not making sense. As a collective, we need to come together and stop paying. Like, if y'all gonna keep raising prices and making it hard to live, then at least let me get my full check. Stop paying taxes. I mean, pretty soon, none of that's gonna matter anyways. I said we got about 2 more months of everything being intact and in order. And after that, I don't know. But for now, we should stop paying them because we're not benefiting from paying taxes. Ukraine is. Israel is. I mean, I'm just saying, before all this shit goes down, can we stand for something?
I decided to file for bankruptcy first, and then I stopped making credit card payments. So basically what happened is that I hired a bankruptcy lawyer, and I got financial advising, basically, that they were like, your best option is bankruptcy. And I was like, word, let's do it. Hired a lawyer. And then I had to stop making payments for 6 months before I could actually file, because you can't have like preferential payments on your record. Like, you can't pay off some creditors more than others. Because I had like a number of different creditors, like had a loan and everything, I had to stop paying off everyone all together at the same time so that it was all like equal, which was great because I was literally hemorrhaging money on payments that were making absolutely zero dent in my debt. So that was awesome. Yeah, but I decided first. I'm always down to talk about my bankruptcy, by the way. I love talking about it. It's like the best thing that I've ever done. And it has taught me so much about money and life and just like myself and everything. Like, it was the most valuable experience I've literally ever gone through.
I mean, I bet you can. It's just like a total weight lifted off your shoulders, right? You don't have to really worry about being drowned in debt, drowned in trying to fight for the next moment. Look, if I'm going to fight 15 years to pay off this debt over and over and over, day after day, why not spend 7-8 years of just dealing with bankruptcy? It's the same stress, but maybe a lot less of that stress because I can live in the now. Maybe that's just how she's taking it.
I'm not paying no more bills. I don't give a cut all this shit off.
Cut it out.
I'm living with my sister. I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying? Every month. Mortgage. You want water? You want electricity? Man? And then you're sitting here, I'm trying to recycle, make the world a better place, so maybe some of these prices can go down. Hell no, y'all stop the recycling.
This is what happens if you don't pay your medical bills in America. You basically have 30 days to pay your medical bills, and they will call you and basically harass you every single day to pay your bill. After it's been 60 to 90 days, they will sell your medical bill to a collections agency where your medical bill will start gaining interest. And from there, they will also start harassing and calling you and basically telling you to pay your bill. Depending on how impatient your collections agency is, they can take you to court and sue you, and they can go after your wages, your paychecks, your car, your home, until that medical bill is paid off. It also really depends on the amount too. Like, I don't think they're going to take someone to court for $100 bill. I know that your medical bills can't affect your credit score, but once they do sell it to a collections agency, that's when it can. However, a lot of people actually don't know this, but you can actually negotiate your bill and buy a lot, like half the cost, because at the end of the day, all they want is your money. You can also do this with your collections agency too. You can also do monthly payments too, and as long as you're making monthly payments on your bill, they can't come after you. So you can literally pay $1 a month and they can't come after you. Usually if you don't have insurance, there's usually charities that will help cover your costs. Even the hospital themselves will give you a discount if you don't have insurance. I know there's a lot of people that will say that their medical bill disappeared without paying for it. That's because either the collection agency gave up the cost of it, like you probably just owed like $100 and they're like, it's whatever. Or because they're gonna come after you years later once your bill has gained a lot of interest. So yeah, that's basically what happens if you don't pay your medical bills in America.
I don't know when you say
wow, they're probably just taking a gamble of like, hey, look, I'm gonna roll out, I'm gonna buy this $1,000 debt for what, $5 and try to hustle. Most of these collection agents, like these guys that call you and bug you, like they make money off of collecting that debt some way, shape, or form. All right. And they're going to continue to harass you. They are trained to do it. And for the love of God, for y'all who are in that profession, I don't know how y'all get the patience, dude. I know y'all getting cursed out left and right. Y'all getting hung up on. Y'all getting this and that, getting told anything but the third. But I'm guessing since you're not really in front of the other person's face, it doesn't really matter. And then you probably collect a big enough paycheck, or I guess you can say commission, off of collecting that debt, that you probably don't even care about what other people feel or how you really feel about the situation. It's just a job.
Don't pay those credit cards. Default on them credit cards. If you're young and you don't need your credit right now, if you're not trying to buy a car, if you're not trying to buy a house, why are you paying that shit? Most of that shit's going to interest. You done max them out. What you're gonna be paying that for the rest of your life, homie. Don't pay it. Default. Let it go to collections. Let me tell y'all. When I was younger, when I was a young lad, no, but for real though, when I was younger, I said, you know what? I was like I was in the industry. I was a server, and I was like paying my credit cards. But I'm like, damn, I could have so much money if I was just not paying this right now, because like it'd be rent, credit cards, broke again. I was like in this vicious cycle. So I said, and I was checking everything, and I'm like, damn, this shit's fucking going to interest. Like, I'm never gonna pay this. I remember they did like a calculation for me. It was like 15 years. I was like, 15 years, bitch. Who has 15 years? Not me. So I said, I'm not paying it. So I defaulted it. And then, yeah, I had bad credit and I couldn't get an apartment without a guarantor. Okay, so what? Find someone to be your guarantor. But it's even better if you live at home, or like you have someone that'll be your guarantor. Like, make sure you don't need your credit. If you need your credit, do not listen to me. But if you don't, clock in, everybody. Pay attention right now. Okay, so basically, when you default, later on they'll go to collections, and then you can settle for much, much lower, which is what I basically did. One of my best deals, most of them, I settled for half. So eventually you should be saving money so that you can settle after it goes to collection. But I settled for half in most cases. And whatever I owed, I paid half and then went away. But the best deal I got was I owed $1,000 balance, and they called me, and they were like, at first it was like 500. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. This is when I first started getting on game that you could do this. I was like, oh, that's not bad. I was like, okay, I could probably pay that soon. Like, I was like, I'll have to call you back though. I don't have that much right now. And the person on the collections line was like, well, how much do you have to give me today? I said, I could do 200 today. She was like, all right, we'll do 200 and we'll close this out. So in the time that I started closing all my accounts by settling, my credit score was back at 750. Like, nothing ever happened. And I am a homeowner today. I've gotten apartments by myself since this. Don't be scared, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Like, think of.
So purposely default your loan so you can actually pay less. Take a large hit. I mean, a large hit. If you have something that falls off, that can drop you a lot. It's like significantly a lot. But what you want to do is, what I've learned to do is, or have learned in the past, is to make sure that it's taken off like it's a paid off debt, like it's like a paid off debt and not like some sort of like a balance that you paid to go off with. You want it to get marked as paid off. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a debt specialist. You know, I played my part in working hard and paying off the things that I owe, even though it sucked. Okay, I refinanced, I consolidated loans, I did all that other stuff. And the best thing I can tell you is go get a credit union that offers very little interest rates on almost every loan and is there for the people. Can't go bad with one of those.
About it. These rich people, they be declaring bankruptcy and doing all this shit, and we'll be over here scared, pay. They benefit when they have us poor and scrappy-dabby-doo.
You'll hear everybody out there telling you you need to save, which I know is nearly impossible for some people. So I'm going to tell you something else. Stop paying the bills you don't have to. That's right. You officially have permission. You got a medical bill you've been trying to pay down that has virtually no interest on it or no interest. Pay them $5 so you don't get sent to collection. Pay them $2. When they call and harass you, say, please stop. Here is my payment arrangement. That is that. Do not pay them extra. The same go for those ungodly student loans. I enrolled in school, so I don't have to pay my student loans because I'd rather get educated than pay them 10 times the amount that I borrowed. But if you can't do that, you only default after 270 days. Pay them every 200 days. Do not pay them the full amount. Stop right now paying anything extra that you don't have to, that's not going to hurt you, and put that money into whatever savings or into paying down high interest things like credit cards. I know some of you are like, I already don't pay those bills. Be sure. Check your accounts carefully and make sure you are absolutely not paying anything you don't have to. Even your car payment can sometimes get skipped once in a while. Now that might hurt you in interest or in other ways, but they're not going to take the car back on 1 month missed payment for most of us. So if you need to skip those and put something in a savings so that if you lose your job or something happens, you have something, it might be a good idea to do that. And now is the time to consider doing that because places will be less kind as the recession progresses about how they treat you regarding debt. Come now.
Can I be so for real with you guys right now? And this is going to go against everything we're taught, right? But the credit score. The credit score. My credit score. I don't give a You know how much debt I've gone into just trying to exist?
You know, it's crazy when I first got my house, when I was like, oh, shoot, I done locked in this phenomenal interest rate for a house. This was back when COVID, when they had phenomenal interest rates. I'm like, good. I am good. I done got my house. I done paid off my car. Blah, blah, blah. I can just, you know, the things that I'm really stressing off of, because you do stress, right? When you're middle class American, like a lot of people, like you still live check to check, you know, and you hustle and you grind. You know, that's why I work. I do YouTube. It's a full on grind. That's why I need y'all to like this video, comment anytime where you're watching from, what you say about credit card bills. What do you say? Any comment, because it matters. Hype the video if you have it. And sub, because this is my grind, okay? And I need y'all to be here to support, you know? But at the end of the day, I was almost about to give up on, like I had that method that mom said, man, this stress is killing me, man. I'd rather just stop paying this, and this, and just, I'm in my house. Why worry about it? I have a paid off car. Why worry about it? I was almost there.
Trying to be alive, something I did not ask for, in a country I didn't ask to be born into. I'm just trying to survive, and the amount of debt I've gone into just because of that, and I didn't even go to college. Thank God I didn't go to college, because could you imagine? A credit score. Not to mention, we're like one of the only countries that even has a credit score still. So it's like, I don't care. I don't care. What am I going to be able to buy a house in the next 5 years anyway? No. So what do I, call me all you want your payment? Well, I want to be able to afford to live, right? So guess we're both losing. Call somebody else.
So about a year ago, I kind of had a nervous breakdown and stopped participating in capitalism. And what I mean by that is like, I stopped paying my bills and stopped giving a shit about my credit score that I had been working years and years and years to fix, because as I paid more and more, they were like, penalty. And so I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I just stopped. And like, now I'm getting all these things in the mail where they're like, you owe us money. And I'm like, prove it. And my credit score is somehow going up. It's like, we see all the hard work you've done at ignoring this. So like, we're going to give you points, because that's, I think, how it really works. So anyway, I guess the point is, none of this is real. We're on a big floating rock in the middle of, you know, the universe. And It's all made up and the points don't matter. You're doing great.
I never once paid a dime of my.
You ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway, where they just give out points and it doesn't even matter? That's what I just thought about it. Phenomenal show. I used to love it, bro. I love just that sort of comedy, that in the moment. What did he call that comedy? In proverb or sort of something along those lines. Damn, I'm just drawing a blank right now. Impromptu, sort of comedy. But anyway, I might be getting it all jumbled up. But Whose Line Is Anyway? They give you points, imaginary points that just doesn't matter. That's exactly what she's talking about.
Student loans, and I am more than fine. This country tries to control us with fear and fear of debt. Treat it like it doesn't exist. I'm telling you right now, do not pay. What can they do? Okay, so after you graduate from your university, like 6 months to a year later, you start getting all the bills from Sally Mae and you got to get on a payment plan. Do not pay. What can they do? You're going to get letters in the mail, right? And then you're going to start getting phone calls, block them. One more person to block, just hang up. These bills that come in the mail, it's just paper. It's just paper. I promise you, do not pay. I'm going to tell you why. Because I know a lot of you are like, well, then I'm going to have bad credit. Credit for what? Credit for what? For that $1.8 million house you're about to buy? Let's get real. Let's get real, okay? The amount of little bit of hard times that your credit will give you is not worth the 15 to 20 hours a week extra you are going to have to work to pay off the student debt. It is not worth your life. Do not pay. So based on my experience, after about 8 to 10 years, the letters and the phone calls definitely start dwindling. I've moved around a bunch in my 20s. They kind of couldn't get in touch with me, or it took them a while before they could. And then after that, your credit starts over again. It starts over again. I still have my education. I still have everything I learned. I still can use that to my benefit. And it should have been free. My goal in my life, and I've always stuck to it, is I'm not paying for anything if I should be getting it for free. Healthcare, I cracked the code. We can talk about that another time. But I'm telling you, do not pay. It is not worth your sanity. It is not worth your time. They are just controlling you with fear. They tried everyone in my generation controlled with fear. Pay off your debt. It's going to ruin your life. Pay off your debt. It's going to ruin your life. No. Not paying my debt made my life so much better. And also keep in mind that there are other ways to raise your credit if that's so vitally important to you. There are other ways to take out a credit card, pay it on time. Like right now, I never paid Sally Mae once. My credit 702 got me asking where my girl's at. I'm telling you, do not pay.
You guys, I just paid off my car loan, right? I just paid off my car loan in full. I felt so confident, felt so happy. I was so proud of myself. I was like, you know what? I'm doing amazing things. I paid off my car loan. This must help my credit, right? I get a notification yesterday. I get an email notification and it's like, Vian, your credit score has changed. And I was like, oh my gosh, yay, my score probably shot up. I look, tell me why my score decreased by 30 points.
Shit. That's because you had a loan or creditor that dropped off your credit profile and that hurt you. Damn.
It said, car loan, account closed.
Yep.
Decrease in your credit score because your account has been closed. I'm never paying a loan ever again. If that means that my score's gonna go down, are you kidding me? Here I was thinking I did a good thing.
We didn't got to a point, guys, of the video where we have to just pause and kind of talk about it and maybe wrap it up from here. What do you feel like these people, and I'm pretty sure this is just a few minutes of people, but there's probably hundreds, if not thousands or millions of people feeling the same way, that they just want to stop paying their credit card bills, stop paying their car loans, and it's vice versa, right? Those bills that just drive them crazy. What's going to happen? What do you think about this? Would you actually do it? Would you risk it for the 5 to 7 years of just, hey, I don't plan on getting all this in 5-7 years anyway. Let me just go ahead and just start all over. Would you take that chance? Yes or no? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and then hit the like button, comment, hype the video, and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you on the next video.